Yeah, you were getting ready to start to take action against Tuskgutter. You guys have snuck up on Tuskgutter here. This is like right here is like one tree that's kind of fallen over into another tree, creating kind of but its roots are still kind of in the ground, so it's creating kind of like a little bear cave. You can see where he's kind of dug some dirt underneath it too, to kind of make it, you know, to where he can get in and out. He's kind of rooting around in there, making, you know, his pig noises.
And so she's sneaking up, right?
Well, we're all kind of sneaking up, so like we kind of get to dictate the range we're gonna be at. So like, if you want to be within limits, like you're not gonna be like standing next to him. But if you want to be within, like I'm within one move of like a 30-foot range increment.
Okay.
I don't know if Joe will let us get within 30 feet, but you might be able to be like within one move of that 30-foot range if you want. Joe might even let us get closer. I don't know. Like how sneaky were we?
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, I think I would. Oksana would stay ranged, right? Because her weapons are all kind of ranged. So.
But is 30 foot the range you want? Is 60 foot the range you want? Like what spell do you want to use and what's the range on it?
Yeah, so I think I need to be within 60 in order for my... I think I'd be using needle darts, which is 60 feet, right? So I don't want to be within that. So
Evil Eye is 60 feet too?
No, Evil Eye is 30. So...
Yeah, so like last session, Claw, you kind of felt like you were right around there, where like if you go closer,
about the range,
it's going to be another stealth check at least, right?
Gotcha.
So like I just put like a little thing around it, so like anywhere in that,
anywhere outside the dark
outside of that, you can like position yourselves to, if you wanted to go in closer without Tuskgutter noticing, he's going to get another perception check. And you guys,
Valerie, we want as close as we can.
Another stealth check.
But I mean, like, I am a druid. If we think that resettling it, like Joe, do I as a druid with animal-y vibes, do I think like talking this guy into like moving deeper into the forest and leaving the hunters alone or whatever? Like, is that even an option? Or like I'm walking into somebody's house and telling them they gotta move, like I'm gonna be told to fuck off.
Yeah, so the wanted post pretty much was like, kill this boar and bring me its head.
Gotcha. But I think we're good. Are we all positioned? It looks like Penny and Oksana still have to roll initiative too.
Okay. And it's like below the tree, just to be sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna go.
Before you move, jumping is an action in and of itself. So if you ran up the tree and then jumped down, that's 2 of your actions already. So you're aware.
Oh heavens! But if I go here and I run along here, I could attack downward, right? It would be below me. And it's a pretty big. Would it be blocked, Joe? Like, can I just attack from up above?
No, because like you're kind of in a tree there. You know what I mean? So like, it's a fairly big tree to create the shelter, and it's in a hole below it. Like, it'd be really awkward for you to like. You'd have to like lay down and reach around the tree, and you know what I mean. From above it, you're standing up.
There's a thing called steady balance. That's a skill feat that I have.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking I would use that. You can keep your balance easily, even in adverse conditions. When you roll a success on the balance action, and you get a critical, otherwise, or you're not off, you get a critical success instead. If you're not off guard when attempting a balance on a narrow surface or uneven ground, thanks to your incredible balance, you can attempt an acrobatics check instead of a reflex save to stab. Oh, that's not really appropriate. Okay, I'm just going to do that. Sorry.
All good.
and then I'm gonna.
Yeah, I would say just give
attack.
me an acrobatics check to let me see. Put it in the chat here.
Okay, sure.
Window setup, right?
Like in a panache.
Yeah, like run along that tree and kind of like jumping down off. Unless he like miserably fails it and
Plus
You
11.
can do it.
Okay. I don't know how did I do?
yeah, you run along that tree branch and kind of do a fancy like flip down, landing right next to the boar.
Nice.
Yourself some
So
panache.
then I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna panache. Okay.
I can do it for you if you want. I got a macro on my bar.
I have a macro on my bar. Oh, just gotta find it. Effect panache. There we go. Strike. So this is my first attack.
Nice.
Ding ding ding.
Ding ding. So I'm gonna do a dueling parry.
All right.
And
Oksana, your turn.
All right. Well, all right, I'm going to shoot needle darts.
Did you want to evil eye
thanks
it
for your
first?
patience,
Or?
everyone.
I'm not within range.
Not in range for you.
Oh.
Why?
No, I'm rethinking this. So you know what I'm going to do? To help you guys, I'm going to move forward. Yeah, I'm going to cast Evil Eye. I'm going to do one movement, then I'm going to cast Evil Eye on this dude. So he's got to do a will save.
He does succeed.
Okay. Then I'm going to put my shield up. And that ends my turn.
Valerie is up.
Are we charging next to Penny?
Yeah, charge and do her Valerie stuff. Double move, so she might as well.
Is there room for her to get in that hole effectively behind it so she could flank, or is it like too tight a...
Yeah, I was trying to see if she can make it around this thing here. And she'll probably go underneath. Do it that way. All right.
There we go. That was all of the crit. For mediocre damage.
That's her turn.
She doesn't want to take the shine off us.
Yeah. Claw.
Yep. Fucking target. Attack roll. I suck. I'm gonna hold off. I will raise my shield and my turn. Labor is up. Now we're gonna find out why it's called Tough Gutter.
It's going to target Valerie. She hit it the hardest. Does she want to use her shield to block some of this damage?
Yeah, probably. Zabor has a reputation. It's a Widowmaker.
So her shield, hardness 5. So it takes 5 damage.
Her shield might have just passed the broken threshold.
Well, yeah, now it has 8.
Yep. Her shield needs to get fixed before it can be used.
She takes 5. It's gonna run off this way.
She probably wants to take it. Oh, she did.
Turn around. And Codon.
Codon is
And now out of range, probably.
Yeah, the boar kind of
It's
moved.
more.
Le boar, where are you
Oh.
going?
Ran out the other side of its little
Craddy
hole.
hole?
Yeah, kind of ran, turned around, and it's kind of.
Le boar, die!
Labor. Nice.
Do you mind if I revert what I did instead of moving? I'll bring the horse in.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. Where do you want to be instead?
Well, I need to move back to where I was, and I'll move the horse to where I am at.
Where were you, like right here?
Yep. Come! Pestilence, come!
Penny, you're up. You are up.
Okay. I knew you were fond of your horse.
I am.
Okay.
I appreciate that, and I will use that.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna move here. That's gonna be action number 1. And
You have movement to get behind it?
yeah, I can do that.
Valerie does not have as much movement as you.
Yeah.
And
I can
like when
have
she moves
it
up, you guys
this
will
way.
be flanking again.
Mm-hmm. So we'll do that, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to I'm going to do a dirty trick on it, and I'm going to like flip over it and like throw dirt in its face. And then I'll do my thievery test. Attribute trained +9. I think it worked. Okay, so it's got the clumsy 1 condition. And then my third action, now hopefully this doesn't come back to gore me in the gut, is I'm going to do a strike with my rapier.
And it's clumsy 1 for 1 round, right?
Yeah.
The critical success would be until it interacts.
Yeah.
Oh, 8 more points of damage on Tusk Gutter, and that is going to be all 3 of my actions, and my turn be done.
And then it's Oksana.
I'm gonna use a hero point. Come on now. There we go.
Your needle darts put an end to Tusk Gutter.
We're eating good tonight.
Yeah, can we like use that
For sure. The quest requirement is that the
bring
they
back his head?
bring back his head, but I mean he's a 200-pound boar. That's a lot of good meat.
Yeah, I think we're asking if we could get a bonus for camping with that good meat.
It's back on the menu, boys.
Yes.
You would have one of 2 options. You could take the boar back to Oleg's, and then they can like basically,
Roast the whole thing.
yeah, they can spit roast the whole thing or prepare it and cook. If you wanted to like field dress it or do it here, it would be like a survival check.
If we took it to Oleg, what do we get? It seems like we'd rather do that. I mean, there's
Yeah, honestly, like he would either like take a portion of the meat for himself as like
right payment. Yeah,
yeah, you could like negotiate with him like
sure.
you keep 25% of the meat, yeah, butcher's fee, or he would say, okay, well, I'll buy this from you, and
Yeah,
then
well, I'm now bring the whole thing back. Like I think I could probably, remove the head and portion out the rest of it. But like why do it in the field if
No, yeah,
bringing it back there is an option?
that seems like a better
Like,
option. Yep.
we have horses. We could put it, wrap the carcass in like a tent cloth or something.
yeah, it would be fairly considerable weight. It'd be probably like 5 bulk at least.
Why we have horses?
Fuck, we've got a pretty much a necromancer here. Like just like animate the thing. Tell it to walk back to Oleg for me.
That's an interesting idea.
We'll say that get all the to get the boar loaded up, everything, and then you guys have reconnoitered this hex.
It's time to map it while we're here. I would think. Yeah, no? Or do we want to head back?
Yeah, I believe you camped out in this hex. Right, and then woke up and reconnoitered it.
That sounds right. Reconnoiter it, and that's when we found Gutter.
Yeah.
So like we've got time left in the day if we wanted to map it, and then we could leave starting in the morning tomorrow and be 4, and probably be back to Oleg same day. Like we're not gonna get back to Oleg tonight unless we were like pushed for a long day. But we could stay and map the area and then still be back to Oleg tomorrow. Take a whole day of travel.
So 2 actions. You're gonna take 2 actions. Map it.
Uh-huh.
Alright, it's mapped. All right, so we'll go ahead and set up camp again.
Take back together. So set up camp.
So it is morning. You want to roll your survival check for travel speed?
I can do that. If that is not a high enough number, I will use a hero point because we do want to get back to Oleg tonight.
I don't believe it is. I'm just going to double check. Yeah, it's 14.
That'll do.
So where do you guys want to go from here?
I think head back to Oleg's. We've got a boar that is not going to get any fresher.
I mean, yeah, you can just get all the way back to Oleg's if you just move 246. Get there.
Yeah, assuming no hang-ups. I think that's the plan.
Yeah. And we've fully
Sounds good.
like reconnoitered and mapped all these, right? So like,
Correct.
yeah, we know where we're going.
Yeah, you guys, the rain is picking up as it's been lately. It's just continues. A little bit more wind and rain in the forest because of the trees and the cover. It's not so bad, but when you guys get out of it here, it makes traveling just not enough to hamper you or anything too much, but just makes it uncomfortable. You guys get back here, you're soaked through. Oleg and Svetlana come out, and Oleg takes the horses, his normal self, just kind of not a man of many words, takes the horses in, and he sees the boar. You guys decide what you wanted to do with it. He asks, the boar, he's like, is this Tuskgutter? You managed to take him down?
Hell, one and the same.
Yeah.
There can't be 2 boars this size in that area.
He's like looking over it, and he's like, oh man, this is a fat pig.
Been eaten for a number of days.
Yeah, it's like, so turning the head in, he's like, I can take the head. What do you want me to, prepare the meat for you?
Even like if it's a 200-pound boar, even cleaned out, like taken to an extreme, it's still going to be like 60 pounds or something of meat. Like, I don't think we need to be carrying around 60 pounds of meat, do we? Like, we could probably like sell this to him as a kitchen, like something for his larder rather than rations for us.
And could we add in a party to sort of draw attention, like in the next couple days, where we send out word that there'll be a party at Oleg's and
feast?
like get people in? Yeah, feast. Yeah.
Yeah, we could feed people. I'm down for that. I like that. Like we're trying to
call it the
presence.
celebration, like the feast of Tusk. What is it, Tuskgutter or whatever it's called?
Tuskgutter. The feast.
Tuskgutter. Yeah. Tuskgutter. Yeah. It needs branding, is my point, right? It needs branding, and it needs to come back on an annual basis to get people stoked to come here.
Oh, like a regular, every so
like an annual hunt or something.
Yeah. Make a holiday. Starring me.
I
I
mean,
mean us.
We can see where it goes, but we could definitely start something up.
Yeah.
Definitely make a production of this.
Yo, what does he think?
He thinks about it for a minute. He's like, I can put up some flyers, maybe send, like kind of give notice to.
If you send people as far as the crossing town back east.
Yeah, like send word to it. It would take me a bit to fully dress this and get the meat prepared and stuff, anyways. But we can plan that out. Have a nice feast. Maybe invite some hunters to celebrate. I know Veckel, who is put this up. Yeah, he's the guy that wanted the head. And he's like, speaking of, like, and after a while, he says, I'll bring you. He left the reward with me. I'll bring that out to you. Go ahead and I'll take care of this. You guys go get some.
Is there somebody that does taxidermy around, like maybe Boken or whatever, Bakken? Like, it'd be cool if we could present the guy with like a cleaned and mounted head rather than just like, here's a bloody stump in your bed.
Yeah, Veckel is the guy that put up the quest and offered the reward. He wants the head. He wants it.
Like, does he want to mount it himself? Like, could we present it to him mounted? Like, would it be?
Yeah, he wants to spit in the beast's eye. Oleg says he wants to.
All right. I mean, if that's the way he wants to be about it.
It's personal for him in some way, I guess. So he just, says, go dry yourself off by the campfire, by the fire, and Svetlana will bring you some food
on a gutter.
Yeah, and you guys make your way over and such. He deals with the horses and stuff, and after a while, he comes back out and has a longbow. But yeah, you guys get a little more XP for the completion of it, but also like I put here, comes out with a fairly nice, good quality composite longbow and some special arrows, some beacon shot arrows.
I'll say either Penny or Valerie for the bow. I think we have somebody here who can detect magic, see if there's anything like beyond its appearance as like it's high quality. Is it more than that though?
No, it's just you can tell it's a well-made one.
On my horse, I have 3 composite longbows, along with 3 longswords in 3 studded leather.
Right. Yeah. Like
so
if it's not if it's not something beyond the normal like equivalent, like again, maybe Valerie will carry it for the recognition, but like nobody here is an archer.
Yeah. Oleg says, fair enough. I don't know if you guys use the bows at all, so if the beacon shots aren't something that you can use either. He says what I could do is
that was arrows.
Yeah, since this was a reward for you guys, I could basically just buy these from you and then sell them.
Great.
The other longbows and stuff, like is typical. You get 50%. Sell them back to Oleg type of thing. Yeah. Oleg would tell you that he does have a lockbox
that we can rent out. We could rent a locker.
Yeah.
That'd be handy.
He kind of like
all those weapons, armor, all that shit.
Keep it between us. Like it's not a service I want to.
Oh yeah. No,
get out.
We're
but
regular customers who's doing us a favor on the down now.
Yeah. Well, you guys are like you've taken out a lot of the bandits in the area. Things have gotten a lot better here, especially after you took out that one camp. A lot of the other bandits seem to have they're not as brazen as they were, knowing that they had numbers and stuff behind them. You know, there's still banditry around, but that's, you know, it's calmed down a lot, and a lot more caravans are coming through and people and stuff. So it's picking up business for him. So he'll give you a lockbox. Yeah.
We're staying.
Yeah. Everyone long rest. I think nobody was injured or anything like that.
No.
Although I'll go ahead and I rolled a lot of things.
That it. Are we gonna be okay?
Yeah. Yeah, you guys will be fine. Next day, you guys wake up. It is foggy out, but at least it's not raining anymore. A little bit of fog on the ground. And then, but let me look at, get to a different. Valerie would repair her shield more. So you guys are resting here. No reason not to try, right?
No reason.
Yep.
All that. First try. She comes out with her shield all fixed up. It says, first try. And then we'll...
80% of the time,
yeah.
it works every time.
Anything else you guys want to do before we set out?
No.
Which hex do we want to move into? Oh yeah, your survival check. Yeah, you
Southwest, southwest, southwest.
were on it today.
Yeah, it's a nice day. Let's go, let's go.
You're just gonna go straight to that one again?
Correct. We should have everything mapped between here and there. Yeah, so like go back to that point, and then like from there where we have like we're familiar with the area and stuff, start doing like a like a circle out looking for that temple.
You guys are traveling. When you guys are here, still pretty early morning. You guys making your way, and you come across like out of the bushes as you're traveling. You like some bushes rustle, and out of the bushes comes a dog.
Doggo. Friendly doggo?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like aggressive. Like it spots you and it starts. It's like not really like a yelp bark, basically.
Like it trying to get attention?
Yeah, you definitely pick up on like it's like it spins around a little bit, kind of yips at you a little bit.
Hollow.
What's that, lassie? Has Johnny fallen down the well?
Of course not
Exactly.
again.
Exactly.
Or is it a tracking dog and there's somebody out there kind of heading our way and it's alerting them?
I mean,
That's not the
it
behavior.
seems to
of a
be
tracking
more.
dog.
Yeah, the behavior is like maybe that's Oksana's suspicion. Not really knowing much about dogs, I guess. But like Claw and Claw definitely would know like that's not like it's definitely making an effort to get your attention, making sure, and then like it kind of moves off a bit and kind of turns around and looks back, making it pretty obvious that it's.
So follow.
Yeah. I mean, I'm interested. I'm curious.
Good puppy.
Bang expresses a little bit of contempt for the domesticated dog, but
Yeah,
still wants to help.
I think that like no one else picks up on that except for you. Like you can read its emotions. Like, yeah, the closer you kind of get to this dog, it just kind of races and then turns around and follows you. Keeps doing this for a little bit. Kind of leads you on for probably almost close to an hour.
I can communicate with animals. Like, does it give any kind of information if I try to like get like what's its concern? Like, it's obviously concerned about something. Like, what's the matter? What's wrong?
Like, what's your communication method? Like, is it like a psychic type thing, or?
It comes from being a druid.
Yeah.
And I can choose between plant or animal, and I chose animal because that's the whole thing. I have a connection with creatures from the natural world that allows me to communicate with them on a rudimentary level. You can ask questions of and receive answers from, and use a diplomacy skill with animals. In most cases, even wild animals will give you the time to make your case. So especially if this is like a domesticated animal, not a wild animal,
sure.
And it's used to interacting with people, like, I can communicate with and receive answers from it. I could use diplomacy on it, like...
Yeah, mainly I was like, is it a language or is it like the psychic, like with your pet, right? You can kind of give it emotions.
It's not my bonded animal, but it says I can ask questions of and receive answers from animals.
All right, so yeah, if you get... Like, it takes a couple tries because, like, you get a certain close to it, and then it kind of darts off again. So you, like, get that, like, where you're like, oh, it's about to dart, and you kind of ask it, like, what's wrong?
Yeah, definitely not. Like, I understand that whatever it is, it's urgent. So I'm not trying to hold it up. But, like, as we're going along, like so that I can be prepared to help it in whatever it needs. Like, where is it leading us? What's the problem?
You get back basically like, friend hurt, need help, come. And it kind of picks up like you're talking to it, and like, you know, it's able to talk to you. It definitely seems a little bit like, oh,
finally,
yeah, like you get it. And it kind of picks up its pace a little bit, seeing that you're following it and you're talking to it.
Yeah, I'll relay to the party that, like, it's a medical emergency. The time is urgent, and definitely keep pace.
Well, let's pick up the speed. Pick up the pace.
All right.
Quick like a bunny, my friends. Quick like a bunny.
Wait a second here. I'm just gonna. So yeah, you follow it for a little bit longer. Pace picks up quite a bit, and it leads you into not a super open clearing, but a little bit of a clearing, and you see like there's a couple boulders that have kind of like almost like a figure eight type of, like, two big boulders next to each other, and there's like a little crack between them, and up in that crack you see what looks to be like a human like unconscious, bleeding out from several wounds, tucked up in there, and the dog runs up to it and starts licking its face, kind of runs back to you guys, then runs up to it.
Is there like a uniform or any insignia or anything that we could see, like, that would lead us to believe like he's part of this group or that group?
Nature, yeah, human. No, you don't spot anything like that. He just seems to be like a typical, like, hunter.
I'm definitely rushing in. Like, if the dog's vouching for him, that's good enough for me. So, like, other things can be figured out. Like, this is a medical emergency.
Yeah, like I would say,
Hippocratic
pull out
oath
one of our,
style,
grab one of our potions and,
I wouldn't even pull out a potion. I'd just straight up cast a spell on him. Bam.
Yeah, I'd be happy to do kind of treat wounds too.
Sure. Yeah, let me pull that up here. Would imagine like Claw probably gets there first just because he's got the highest speed, and he also is like usually typically more in front. You guys can move up while Claw like gets up there and is focused kind of on that. Would the rest of you give me a perception check? I'll put it in the chat here. Give me a sec.
Did the dog look like he was showing signs of injury? Or was the dog like, okay, like is this like obviously the dog wasn't fighting with the dude, like he was fighting with the guy, not against the guy.
Nothing more than superficial, like maybe some superficial scratches, or
Gotcha.
but you can't tell how recent they are.
Gotcha. Nothing that's like concerned enough that I need to do
nothing
that.
concerning. So yeah, as you guys make your way closer, Penny, you kind of like as you're watching this, because you're like this, I'm not really the healer like type of thing. Like you just kind of like looking around is like, okay, and then you notice that kind of off in the distance you hear something crashing through the underbrush, and you get the sense that it's something large but fairly distant, and periodically you hear kind of like some sort of like vocal like bellowing and like angry like yelling. You think it's from like one creature, but it's distant, but you're like, first it's like, is that just brushes, or is it like it's like loud stomping around, crashing
I'm going
through
to
trees?
start calling it out to the group, and I would say take defensive positions to everybody, and then I would immediately like try to get myself up to here on top of the rocks so that I can get a view of it, hopefully at eye level.
Sure. And then Claw, you said you're casting like a heal spell, or what do you?
Again, if the dog is vouching for him, that's good enough for me. And if the guy, like if he's unconscious, that's like, that seems like a situation though where a heal spell would be relevant. So yeah, I'd be rushing up to cast a heal spell on him.
So yeah, when you get up to him, he's unconscious. You feel pulse, and then you're like, okay, yeah. And you apply some healing to him, and it kind of stirs and opens up his eyes, and kind of like startled a bit. And kind of like jumps up to his feet, and he's like, "Who are you?"
Point to his dog and be like, your friend here. He led us to you in a time of need. Like, what's your situation?
Kind of like starts taking stock a little bit and looking at you. He says,
I assume his dog is still right there.
Yeah, his dog is like right next to him. He looks around and kind of listens. He's like, there's a troll about to attack. We need to kill it. Will you help me kill this troll?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I
Trolls
assume
are
everybody else
monsters,
is like
right?
starting to catch
Yeah.
up. Like,
Let's
as
do it.
the moments go by.
Yeah. Can I get to the top so that I can see what I'm going to jump on?
I'll show you a picture of this guy here.
Oh. Are you hunting the troll? I'll yell as I start to climb up.
Seems the troll might have been hunting him.
Yeah, he says, I was hunting this troll. And as you're listening, Penny, you do feel it's getting closer and louder. You estimate that you think you guys probably have about a minute to prepare. Like, it's getting closer, but it seems to be wandering, and that's like, you
Not
feel
coming
like
in direct.
yeah, it's not coming beelining for you or anything. It definitely kind of sounds like, now that you're like picturing troll and you're listening and you're like, okay, like it looks like it's just looking around but making progress towards you, definitely.
What like you've mentioned we can hear is like, is it south of us, north of us, southwest of us, east of us? Like,
Yeah, it seems to be
where
like
is it?
southeast of here.
Southeast.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna just have space in case. Oh, wrong screen.
these two rocks, is there like a small spot where like I could kind of squeeze in between them and like, but be on the like be on their side, but like be tucked in? Oop.
I'm gonna move everything. Oops.
Sure.
I'm gonna move everything back a little bit just to give room, in case we need.
But like, if I wanted to be like tucked in on this side, is there like a spot that I could kind of like tuck? Oop.
Okay.
Another rock's moved too. Like, would I be able to like tuck in like underneath, kind of where I'd be somewhat hidden, but be on the right side? Or like, is there a gap at the bottom? Like,
Yeah, you think you could probably go because there's
like,
some
squeeze through or
bushes around
whatever.
it too. That and you're pretty small. You could probably roll a stealth check and like hide from it.
yeah, like if we're getting ready, that's kind of where I'd want to be, is hidden on that side.
Yeah, you guys know that like he's like we need to fight this thing. Will you help me kill it?
Yeah, trolls are a terror to the ecology. I'm all for eliminating trolls.
He says, these things you want to be aware they regenerate, but if we use fire or acid, it'd kill it. Don't let it.
Liver on the end.
No.
Yeah, don't let it hit you. It'll rend you to pieces if it gets both its claws on you. So kind of try to stay away from it. Hit and run.
Hit and run. Got it.
Yeah, and so with about like it is in Penny, do you call out like we got
Valerie
about a
looks
minute?
a little skeptical.
Yeah. Do you
Not so
got
much on the running.
you get the idea that it's about a minute that you got to prepare. You warn everyone else. Like it's coming in. We got about a minute.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, yes. I'm totally, yeah. I'm like, I'm narrating this as I'm just like, hurry up, take positions, defensive positions. We got to figure out what we're gonna do, like where are we gonna get this. And then I would say, if I'm up high, I'll be the bait, and I'll dodge and everything that I can do, and you guys like take cover and shoot it from a distance.
It's coming from the southeast, you said, right?
Yeah,
Correct. That is
from
our
this direction.
belief. And we believe
Yeah,
it's
so
just
that-
the one
So
direction.
then I'd want to try and kind of get up. How high is the rock again?
Big.
So I can't climb on top of it?
You probably can get on top of it. Penny got on the other one.
Yeah, so then I would get up there and be like kind of crouching down, trying to hide myself.
Can I switch with you if it's coming from the well? No, if it's coming from the southeast, I guess I'll just move down here. That's all. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm as ready as I'm gonna be. I don't know.
Alrighty, so you guys hear this crashing just getting louder and louder, and then after, about a minute or so, you see this giant creature kind of. The trees are shaking a little bit, and a tree gets like kind of knocked. You hear this crash and crack, and a tree kind of gets moved to the side and like. Not completely fell, but it's definitely like at a 45-degree angle, and stepping through the tree line and underbrush, you see this.
That is not at all what I was picturing.
Giant troll step out.
That's got to be the new hotness, the new Pathfinder version. That looks good.
I think it's part of the Kingmaker thing, so they might have made it artwork specifically.
Oh, nice.
Like, for that. So,
That's
trying
just
to?
not the artwork. Like that's not at all what I was picturing.
Yeah.
Not even a little bit. It's cool. I like the artwork. Not at all what I
Not
had
at
in
all.
my
It's
head.
your pitch. So he steps through and kind of stops. Claw, you mentioned you were gonna try to hide, right? You're just trying to remain unnoticed.
Yes. I do have the avoid notice thing set on. I don't know if you want me to make a stealth check or just use a stealth check as my initiative or whatever. Or, yeah, his perception against my something. But yeah, I'm trying to, like, be inobtrusive down in the... like, tucked in there.
Yeah. This hunter is like, he kind of climbs up next to Penny. How about the rest of you? You kind of like trying to remain out of sight a little bit. Valerie's just standing there.
Itching to go toe to
Thumbs
toe
in her
with this
pocket.
thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna be shying away.
How about
Ready
you,
to fire.
Cordon? Are you on your horse or did you get off?
No,
I imagine the rest
I'm
of you
on
kinda-
top of the rock.
You're up on the rock as well? Okay.
Yep.
And are you on the back side of the rock, Oksana,
Yep.
or up on the rock?
I'm up on top.
Okay. So if you're on top, it's going to be really hard to hide, basically, but you kind of stand back. So it kind of stops and looks. It's obvious it notices some of you, and it, in this like deep bellowing voice, it just kind of looks, and he says, oh, where did I lose my spot?
I wasn't expecting to talk either.
Yeah.
Like, that is very untroll-like.
Yeah, and it just kind of yells at you, oh, you find more food for Kargad, little man. Kargad thanks you. Kargad eats you last as prize.
We'll
Jeez.
see about that,
Wow.
Kargat. You fucking bring your work. We brought our best.
Yeah, and you see he seems to be unarmed, but he is wearing some like what sticks out to you. He's wearing some distinctive blue leather bracers. And he kind of is carrying like a large sack, and he just kind of drops it down, and looks like he's getting ready to attack. So we will roll initiative. Okay, it.
We see it, it sees us, and it's like, yeah. And we're like, oh.
Oh no. All right, Penny. It reaches down and like it kind of reaches down, picks up a rock about the size of your head. Chucks it at you.
Jeez.
Yeah, and you guys are starting, like, you see this rock just slam into Penny.
Hey, listen, guy, we're not so big on fighting this troll now. Could we
Nope.
come back next week?
Or never.
As it starts to reach down and pick up another rock. And chucks it at Kodon.
Oh,
What?
no.
What?
Jeez. Holy crap.
Yeah, we're gonna need another sorcerer for sure. Maybe get a wizard this time. They might be more survivable.
How many attacks does this dude have?
And then it's gonna
React them.
start moving up. Yeah, 3 actions just like you. And it kind of moves up towards this rock here, and that's its turn.
All right. I am going to call forth some of my little friends and send a bunch of stinging bugs at him. If he could please fail a DC 18 reflex save for me, that would be delightful. I mean, if it wants to critically fail, that'd be cool too, but like I'll accept just a failure. Yeah!
He does fail, but he also,
Oh no. Never mind.
as you step up and cast that.
Oh, I'm not stepping up anywhere. Staying right there.
Yeah, but you're casting it, and
Does he ever reach the 10 feet?
he does,
Son of a bitch.
Jesus.
and he also has reaction. Jesus.
Ow.
Bravely run away. That's 2 critical hits.
Yeah. It's got a plus 16. It's
My
pretty,
Yeah.
spell never
fair.
went off. My
he
spell
took,
did not happen. Because, like, I believe as a crit
Oh.
he interrupted it, but also I'm unconscious.
Let's take a look here. So, trigger creature within the monster's reach, use the manipulate action or a move action, makes a ranged attack, leaves a square. Affect the
Yep.
monster.
And
takes
I
a
believe
minus
on
from-
a crit it interrupts.
critical hit. Yeah, it was a manipulate action. The monster disrupts the action because it was a manipulate.
So even if I was conscious, he still interrupted my spell. But I'm not even fucking conscious to finish the spell.
So we'll move it on to
Sorry. Meant it.
Lindsay, and Lindsay is freaking out a little bit. She's gonna kind of move back, but also
Badass.
kind of around where she can get a better view of him. And as she's backing up, she's like, guys, should we go?
Yes.
And she's gonna try to like shoot some ink at this guy.
No, she's the big bad end guy. She's awful.
And miss. She's got like a spell called Ink Shot. She's like pulls out her quill and just does it. The cool thing about that is that it
looks like.
it gets in the target eyes and dazzles them for a round. And that's her turn, Oksana.
Okay. Well, I'm going to give this dude Evil Eye.
Well, before I do this, I just want to make sure, like, you just saw him crit, like, damage 3, like, knockout claw in 1 hit. I think Penny is injured.
Yep.
Kaidon is near death. If you guys want to retreat, like, you're gonna have to, like, run for it.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. That's. I've got to vote to run away, everyone, and grab that guy with us and say, F it,
And I, Sean, totally would not take personal you guys leaving me behind. Like, if my wolf can get me out, like, that's cool, but like...
You're the size
I
of
would
a
say
spoon.
this
you're
round
getting
he's
grabbed
used
by
his
the
reaction
Yeah,
on
but
you.
I'm under a rock right now. Like, you guys are on top of
yeah,
it.
you're
I'm not
kind of
there
kind
to
of in
be
that
grabbed.
No.
he's used his reaction. Your wolf would definitely
Yeah,
beefy.
on my turn,
Grab
like,
you
my
and-
wolf can
Yeah.
act on its own. Like he would try to drag me out from under that rock and away, but like I, Sean, will not take it personally if you guys want to. Like, I get that
No,
trying to grab
Dude,
my
dude,
character means you're probably gonna die.
That's not a. From Penny's perspective, that's not a thing. We're getting you out. That's just the way Penny is. So I won't speak for anyone else. I say we run for it.
Yeah, you guys know it's used its reaction. If you wanted to
Well,
like jump down, grab
that.
claws, start
Sean
running.
says, Why, you fool?
Don't be stupid.
So who's? I mean, Valerie. Can Valerie get to Claw? I'm up top. She's on the ground, right?
Yeah, it's kind of on the other side of this thing from her.
Wait, I mean, this is Valerie, right? Or no, I'm sorry.
That's Valerie.
That's Valerie. Yeah. So
Claws over here, and this is like a
so
big
she
rock.
would have to go through him, right? So like, Penny, this thing's gonna attack. No, I guess you're gonna be able to do something before he attacks, right? So I guess I'd look over at Penny and be like, look, like I can try to give him evil eye, and then I can run. Yeah, I think. Are we all just gonna run, or what do you guys want to do?
Yeah.
That's the
it's
smart
time
thing to do.
run. Yeah. That
Okay.
is the.
Yeah, if you guys are all saying run and you just yell out retreat,
The second
would
I
do
saw
that
the
and probably
30
then-
on the initiative roll, I was ready to run.
yeah, it's so. What I'll do, I'll say you guys start just booking it. He does come up a little bit before Claw's thing, but I think like I'm gonna give it a chance to be like, who is he going to attack as you guys are running away?
So I was gonna cast invisibility on myself.
Like, is he gonna go after the dog, or is he gonna go after one of you guys running?
Wait, who is this? Is this Codon? Okay. Actually, I would actually cast invisibility on Codon
Oh, thank you.
because he's right next to me. I would just touch him and do that. So that way no one can even see you, basically, right? Or like, and then I would probably grab Codon and try to like help him kind of jump down on this backside
Sure.
and start booking away.
Yeah, and I'll say as you guys are running away, it tries to like attack at
You said backside.
at that dog. And then that would allow like Fang to like basically make sure that Claw's on top of him and run off as well. He'd probably run a different direction. Fang would like just kind of run off in a different direction with Claw instead of wasting time circling back around, but then meet up with you guys a little bit later. But I would say like it's a pretty hairy, like you start beating feet and this thing just starts like trying to keep up with you a little bit, but chucking rocks as he kind of goes. But your speed is you're moving, he's moving, chucking a rock, maybe two, and then moving. And you get out of his range fairly quickly. But like it's definitely something that's got your heartbeats up, like holy crap. As you guys start to run, this hunter guy seems to hesitate a bit. He's like, "No, we can take him." But then he kind of seems to realize, like, "No, we're still out." Like he's kind of comes to the realization, like, "No, this thing took him out once, and you guys are smart enough to run away, smarter than he was." and you can hear it kind of bellowing towards you, after you. And I'd say it probably takes you a bit to keep moving and getting out. It is 4 till 8, so I think this is a good time to wrap it up. But we'll say, like, you guys, probably like another. You guys feel it and hear it pursuing you guys for like another, like, I would say like one of your actions, like exploration actions. As you're hastily retreating, and after a bit, Fang catches up with you guys with Claw. But I think that's a good spot to end it, avoiding what was probably going to be TPK. I was hoping that you guys would hear Troll and Large Creature and be like, let's get the hell out of here.
Joe,
Have a good
thank
night.
you very much.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Kevin.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin.
Yeah, thanks for running, Joe.
Of course.